This week on State Champs, this ridiculous cold and gross weather has done all it could to prevent games from being played, but we know if we can play, we will play.
It's always warm and wonderful at the pool, so we got not one, but two games from the world of water polo up ahead.
Highlights, stories, contests. Who owns high school sports? We do.
State Champs starts now.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser, your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. And Sarah Chevrolet, the low payment people. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to State Champs. We have been busy bees here at the State Champs Sports Network, navigating snow and rain so we can find enough games to fill a State Champs show and covering the Michigan High School Robotics State Championships at Saginaw Valley State. So, State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. I'm Lauren Plant.
And I'm Kiera Hay. You can watch our final episode of RoboZone right here after State Champs at 9:30 a.m. It's an hour of everything that took place at the state finals, so check it out. It looks like Old Man Winter has finally packed up and left. Yeah, let's hope. Spring is here, so we have baseball, lacrosse, water polo, softball, soccer, and all that is coming up on today's show.
Plus, an awesome update on U of D Jesuits Carson Teffer and his return to sport. Kiera's got an incredible story of resilience, now resurgence. Stay tuned. But let's begin in softball. We begin with the clash between two top 10 teams in our State Champs softball state rankings. Third-ranked Heartland bringing in their longtime rivals. Sixth-ranked Howell KLAA matchup first of a doubleheader. Heartland went 27-11 a year ago. 5 players back who hit 400 or better. Bottom of the second, Ribby runner on second. Hannah Marat sends the offering deep over the left fielder. Kelsey Zampa scores part of a 2-run at-bat for the Eagles. Then they really got hot. Bottom 4, Brenna Robeson. She led the team a year ago in a number of offensive categories. The lefty with the seeing eye shot just fair. Zampa and Murad are in. Eagles up 6. Madeline Skeen came into her final season of high school with 27 career home runs, and she blasts this one right on the screws. Deep over the wall in left. 3-run moonshot. Heartland soaring up 9-zip after 4 innings of play. Skeen belted 10 home runs a year ago, which was tops in Livingston County in the 5th, and again to pair on, again over the wall and left. Wow, 5th dinger of the year, this one over in 5. Heartland beats Howell 12-1. We head over to L'Anse Creuse High School, where the Lancers are the oldest lacrosse program in the state. They were taking on Macomb County's newest program, the Dakota Cougars. L'Anse Creuse using that experience to get an early advantage. Couple of seniors hook up when Ryan Fleury finds Dalton Goins cutting through the middle. He goes 5-hole on the bounce shot. Lancers lasso a 2-0 lead. Cougars 5-1 on the season, looking to get on the board, down 4 in the second. Senior Nathan Ford draws a double team, dumps to the freshman Anthony Toko, back of the net. Dakota trailed 4-1 at the half. Cougars still trailing in the second half, but again, Ford making things happen. He finds the junior Nolan Benoit, plenty of room, and boom from deep range. He had 3 on the night. But the leadership of the senior class for the Lancers, too strong. Weston Hoff, an All-State honorable mention in 2017. He sets up Joe Bacalletto, who sticks it out, and the shot, regardless of the hit, he is fired up. L'Anse Creuse wins 8-4. Record improves to 3-2 on the year. For 25 years now, we've had girls water polo as a high school sport. One city who embraced it from the jump, Ann Arbor. Battle between a couple of teams that each have won a state championship over the past 3 years. Pioneer taking on Skyline. Both of these teams compete in the East Region, District 4. Pioneer in the Whitecaps came in ranked 10th in the state. First half action off the whistle. Senior co-captain Mary Beth Melcher, the quick release, game tied at 1 at halftime. The Eagles earned their only state title in 2016, currently ranked one better than the Pioneers at 9th in the state. Eagles notched a pair of goals to start the second stanza. Maddie McAdams with the floater. Skyline went into the fourth period leading 3-2. Pioneers have 5 state championships to their credit, including their last 3 years ago. Responded early in the final session. Melcher with a rocket here. 4-goal night for Mary Beth. We were tied at 3. This, the first matchup this year between these two. Skyline doing a nice job of working the pool efficiently. McAdams passes to Allison Locke, who's wide open. Her radar locked onto the back of the net. Skyline wins this Battle of Ann Arbor, 5-4 the final.
Today we'd like to talk about the requirements that varsity coaches have to help guide your children's teams. Head coaches of varsity high school teams in Michigan have up to 3 requirements they must fulfill to be able to coach in the MHSAA postseason tournament in any sport. First, a head coach of a varsity sport must have a valid CPR certification. Second, head varsity coaches, as well as all of their assistant and sub-varsity coaches, are required to complete a rules meeting annually for their sport, which contains a health and safety component covering concussions, emergency readiness, and heat and hydration issues. Third, each individual hired for the first time as a high school varsity head coach at a member school must have completed at least one level of the MHSAA's Coaches Advancement Program. These steps help make high school sports, educational athletics, as safe as possible for the young people participating in our programs. You can learn more about coaches' education in health and safety issues in school sports by visiting the MHSAA website.
The best high school sports coverage is at statechampsnetwork.com. Check out Scott Bernstein's blog, Bernie Bites, for great insight on what's happening on the recruiting scene. Tom Markowski has a story right now with some solutions on how to deal with the bad weather that we have every year at the start of spring sports season. Our softball top 25 players and team rankings are there too. Check it all out at statechampsnetwork.com. I go in focus on the best comeback story of the year when State Champs returns.
I want to be a dermatologist, and though a lot of universities tried to recruit me for basketball, Lawrence Tech had the science curriculum that I wanted. LTU's Southfield campus is a great place to learn, and the classes are small enough that I don't have to wait for office hours to talk to my professors. They're usually right by my side, challenging me and guiding me toward a successful future. Lawrence Tech. Possible is everything.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's. Dough Raiser. Your team or school can sell paper pizza certificates that can be redeemed for 1 medium pizza at participating locations.
This fundraiser has been awesome for our squad. We've made a lot of money, very easy to do, it's very quick to do, and it's very effective.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
Hi, I'm Zoe, and today I'm here to change your outlook on becoming a referee. Sometimes being a referee can be hard work, but I'm here to tell you that the positives far outweigh the negatives. Just think of the impact you could have on the younger generation, the laughs you could share, and the lives you could change. There's an unofficiated game that needs you.
Hey guys, welcome back to State Champs. I'm Kiera Hay. In October of last year, we introduced you to Carson Tepfer, a football and lacrosse player from University of Detroit Jesuit who was diagnosed with aplastic anemia. His blood disorder prevented him from playing sports last year and caused him to undergo major surgery. I recently went back to check in on Carson, so let's go in focus. Last time I spoke with Carson, he was a few days away from enduring a week of chemotherapy that would lead to an 8-hour bone marrow transplant, followed by at least 30 days in the hospital for recovery. But despite the daunting surgery and lengthy recovery process, he left with this promise.
I just want people to know that I'll be back. It's a minor setback, and I'm gonna get through it, and I'll be back for everything.
Well, Carson held true to his promise. Just 3 months after being released from the hospital, he was back with his lacrosse team.
The doctor I had in the hospital said it would take a miracle for me to play this season, so I'm pretty happy I'm out here. Most people take about a year to get into things like school and sports again, but I was back into lacrosse in about 3 months, and I was back to school in about 6 months, so I'm really lucky to be able to be in that position.
The rehabilitation process wasn't easy, and it continues with weekly doctor visits. Carson wouldn't say he's 100%, but he stays optimistic.
It was really hard. I was so out of shape, and I would get out of breath so quickly, and I was getting used to the feeling of running again because it'd been like a year since I was able to do that without just passing out. My team was really great, like helping me get back into it and everything, and helping me get ready for the spring season, which is so important.
Carson admits that one of the major motivations for a quick recovery was being reunited with his team.
Sports is definitely something that gave me something to look forward to because this was a big thing that I wasn't able to do. It's a big part of my life, so I was glad to be back to it. Just being able to celebrate with my team with the pads on and the jersey on, it's just different than being out there with nothing on.
Carson is hopeful that his weekly appointments will soon become monthly and then every 6 months and so forth. But in the meantime, he remains grateful for the progress he has seen so far. For In Focus, I'm Kiera Hay.
I'm Kevin Czerzinski, and back to the highlights. Rain, snow, or shine, lacrosse still goes on as we go to the west side of the state as Granville was at home to take on Comstock Park. We picked things up in the first half. Comstock Park in green looking to go 2-1 on the season. Right off the whistle, this is Allie Blackmore taking it the distance and fires it home for the goal, and the Panthers were trailing by a goal at 4-3. Granville coming in at 3-2 would respond. Following the Comstock turnover, junior midfielder Tori Francis assists to Morgan Smith, who puts it into the back of the net, and that put the Bulldogs up 5-3. And Granville would score the final 7 goals to close the first half. Francis once again dishing out to Alexa Shire right here, and she puts it home as the Bulldogs win into halftime 11-3. It would be Granville the rest of the way. It's Smith once again waiting patiently, and then comes around and gets it done for another goal as Granville goes on to beat Comstock Park to go to 4-2 on the year, 19-6, the final.
Everybody smile. State champs. Sports Network. It's on TV. It's a thing. Smile, Maddie.
Indeed, you're on TV as we go back inside for some more water polo action as the combined squad from Zeeland went on the road to take on the Rockford Rams. Zeeland in the Whitecaps came into the contest 4th in the state, picked things up in the first period. This is the senior Sarah Houtman going to the top left corner for the goal. They added another goal and led 2-0. Third-ranked Rockford, who came in at 10-3, would respond after making some adjustments and net the next 5 goals. Sabrina Boss gets it to Erin McDowell, and the senior gets it to go for the goal, and the Rams went into halftime leading 5-2. Zeeland kept it close early in the second half, but Rockford would be too much in this one. The sophomore Boss is right there for the intercept and fires it to the top corner for the goal. Then later in the half, it would be McDowell once again for Rockford, putting it home for another goal, as Rockford would go on to beat Zeeland 9-5, the final. Girls soccer is next, and it was a Macomb area Gold Division matchup. Clawson at home, and they took on the Saints from St. Clair. Clawson is 4-0-1 on the season as they sit on top of the standings in the Gold Division. Clawson in white, looking to strike first off the throw-in. The senior Lauren Kruger with the nifty moves inside the box. Her shot sails high over the goal. The match remains scoreless. St. Clair has 1 loss on the season, and they look to keep it that way. Sophomore Elliot Tracy working her magic with the ball, and she sends it over to the junior Natalie Booms off her left foot and squeaking on through the goal line. That goal put the Saints up 1-0 going into halftime. But back come the Trojans from Clawson off the free kick. A scramble for the ball, and the senior Hannah Policki is there to bury the ball, and that would be it. This one ending with a 1-1 tie game.
Sarah Chevrolet is proud to recognize the hardworking people in the communities they serve with the Sarah Chevrolet Community Awards. April's Athlete of the Month goes to Rory Cox from Detroit Catholic Central. Rory is an all-state wrestler ranked number 9 nationally, and he helped lead his team to a state championship title.
It was a dream come true, really, being in 2 state championship matches and being able to have 2 rings coming out of it was just exceptional.
Rory carries a 4.6 GPA, and in the winter of this year, his poem Frugal Construction was published in Up North Literature Review. And after graduation, he plans to attend the United States Naval Academy.
It's been a dream of mine my whole life, being a Marine Corps officer. It's a spectacular country we live in, and I'd just like to defend that opportunity.
Rory, on behalf of Sarah Chevrolet, I'd like to present you with the Student Athlete of the Month. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Esports is one of the fastest growing sports in the world, and State Champs has created Esports Michigan, focusing on high school competition. We are midway through our first online season featuring over 30 Michigan high schools. The game is League of Legends, the most downloaded game in the entire universe. We got a huge 6-team tournament taking place here at Lawrence Tech on May 20th and 21st. Check out our weekly esports podcast that includes highlights from our game of the week, as well as a strategy session 1, what wins in the league. Go to our website esportsmichigan.com and watch full game action on our State Champs TV YouTube page. Coming up, the latest update in our Total Softball High School Player of the Year race. Stay with us.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
What are you doing?
Thinking spring.
You mean trying to change the weather by just sitting there?
Never underestimate the power of positive thinking. I'm learning to become one with nature. It's all about focus and concentration. It worked! It worked!
Right now at Sarah Chevrolet of Southfield, lease a Trax for $79 a month, Equinox just $99, or Silverado just $145.
Come on, buddies, hit the beach!
Should we tell him?
It's cute when he's excited.
It's my student aid. Okay, let's go. Okay. Time to go to college. How can I get started? Wanna gain more knowledge, but I can't pay out of pocket. Call my student aid today and we can get you on the way. If you really want it, all you gotta do is make a way. Looking for a scholarship, you trying to land some grants? Visit my student aid and we can help with that. My student aid has the knowledge and tools to make college accessible, affordable for you.
Welcome back as we bring back Total Softball's Donnie Dreyer as we discuss the Total Softball Player of the Year race. We are approaching 7,000 votes in just the first week of competition. Keep it up because there is a lot of talent in our top 10 and many more knocking on the door. Donnie is here each week to detail 2 athletes in our top 10. Today he's talking Howell's Sydney Pizzoni and Muskegon Mona Shore's Taylor Dew.
Yeah, let's start with Taylor Dew. I think everybody knows that she tied the single season record last year, 22 home runs. She obviously uses her 6'1" frame, but Lauren, the reason I think she's most successful is her launch angle. Taylor starts her hands a little bit lower than most and finishes high in the zone, and that gives her a lot of lift, and she's already off to a great start, and I think she's going to continue after I had a chance to look at that swing. Sydney Pizzoni gets it done a little bit differently. Sydney's uses her speed. She's a left-handed hitter. Sydney uses her softball athleticism. She uses her speed, and she uses her softball IQ. Comes from a great family of athletes. Her dad was played some Major League ball. He coaches at the high school level and at the travel level. And Sydney uses that knowledge. She knows what to do with an inside pitch. She knows what to do with an outside pitch. She knows when to take a walk. And she is, I guess the best way I can describe her, she's the toughest out in the lineup. It doesn't every coach want someone like that at the top of their lineup.
That's right. What does she do? She gets on base. All right. We've got some incredible players in our top 10, and it is imperative that you vote in order to guarantee that she stays in the top 10. Our leading vote getter can never be removed no matter what. So go to statechampsnetwork.com today, tomorrow, and the day after that. Vote as often as you like. Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University. One of the great advantages students have at LTU is never feeling lost or unattended to. Lawrence Tech offers several services to help maximize a college education. The Academic Achievement Center is a support hub for Lawrence Tech students and faculty.
It began many years ago as a tutoring and testing service center, and it has evolved over the years, especially in the last 6 or 7 years, into providing a more comprehensive place for students to study, but also to provide student support when it comes to how well they're doing. For example, we've added supplemental instruction. It is new to the center, which focuses on key courses in which students may struggle, and it provides them tools to learn how to study for it.
Students come to the AAC to get help with homework or test preparation, compare notes, meet with study groups, or seek that needed motivation boost. The AAC is simply a welcoming place, ready to help you with whatever you need. Do yourself a favor. Consider Lawrence Technological University. Schedule a tour today. Head over to ltu.edu right now.
The 2018 Detroit Athletic Club's Michigan High School Athlete of the Year Award takes place at the beautiful DAC in downtown Detroit on Monday, May 14th. Tickets are not available to the public, but we don't want you to miss a thing. So you can watch exclusive highlights on the entire evening Saturday morning, May 19th at 11 a.m. on Fox Sports Detroit. Olympic gold medal swimmer Allison Schmidt will speak, and the show will re-air 9 times as well. Our main event is next, and yes, there was some baseball played this week. We go downriver next.
SnapCamp is Metro Detroit's original Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, and we're still making the best deals every day.
During the spring sales event, you can lease a Ram Crew Cab 4x4 as low as $89 a month, or a Jeep Grand Cherokee, now just $249.
Sales service and a superior buying experience. That's SnapCamp on Telegraph Road in Redford.
SnapCamp, Metro Detroit's original. SnapCamp, SnapCamp.
Back again. You know me. Pepperoni Asiago. Oh, he's so cute. What's his name? Pepperoni Asiago. I just want to eat him up.
Flavor fanatics love us because we invented flavored crust pizza with 100% real mozzarella cheese and fresh dough made daily. Now get meal deals for any budget.
Hungry?
Howie's!
I want a career in robotics and automation, so I chose Lawrence Tech for its first in Michigan robotics engineering program. LTU's brand new STEM complex has a robotics lab where we can design, build, and program robots in a creative atmosphere. And the best thing is, I haven't graduated yet, but I already have a job in my field. I know I made the right choice for my career. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Welcome back to the original high school sports show. For 15 years, we've been covering high school sports here in the state of Michigan. I'm Lauren Plant, and it's time for the main event. You know, Mother Nature has been doing her best to make anyone involved in spring sports lives very difficult. Well, we've gone toe-to-toe. I think she is finally in retreat. We hope. We did get some baseball in this week, and we had a good matchup we found downriver. Both teams ranked in the top 20 in the state in Division I. Good early season tussle in the competitive Downriver League between these two top 20 preseason teams in Division I. Wednesday showing the first sign of halfway decent weather. Let's play ball. Woodhaven currently 12th in the state, 2-2 on the year. Bottom of the first, the junior cleanup hitter Colin Chakowski, the base hit through the hole. Kyle Hay hustles home. We were tied at 1 after 1. Chakowski on the bump for the Warriors as well. Committed to Michigan, top of the second, freezing Walter Turner for the strikeout. Back at the plate, Woodhaven threatening bottom half of the second. Ribby runner on third. The number 9 hitter, Jimmy Ozarzak, poking the base hit to left. Zach Biggs crosses. Warriors take a 2-1 lead. Woodhaven sticks hot again in the third. Bases full of Warriors. Biggs with this rip to center, scoring Tony Cook. Lead grew to 3 after 3. The junior Chakowski still dealing on defense. Jacob Bucks, the latest victim. Bottom 4, Woodhaven still rolling. Ray went 3 for 4 on the afternoon. Here, the opposite way, Ozarzak coming around. 2 batters later, the designated hitter, Avery Carnicom, sends this delivery deep to left. Ray trots home. Woodhaven up 6-1. Warriors weren't done. Runners on the corner. Ray again the single to right that brings home Biggs, part of a 2-run inning for Woodhaven. Chakowski went the distance. 13 strikeout effort. He allowed just a single run on 2 hits. Woodhaven beats their rivals from Carlson 8-1 the final.
It feels great. I mean, my team was there. Everyone played great. Had some big hits from certain kids, and the whole team just was there.
Time now for this week's Great Clips Clip of the Week. Back to the opening of this show. We're going to give you 2 for the price of 1, both from Heartland's Madeline Skeen. In the 4th inning versus Howell, this mammoth blast over the wall in left. And this is not deja vu because in the 5th, another one leaves the yard. A 2-home run, 6 RBI game for Skeen. Nice. The Clip of the Week is presented by Great Clips. It's gonna be great. That's our show for this week. Hey, remember, if you've got a big game you'd like us to attend, send us an email. Kira would love to go. Idea@statechampsnetwork.com or at our contact page at statechampsnetwork.com.
And if you're watching our Sunday morning broadcast, here's one more reminder to stay tuned for the final RoboZone episode of the year. It's an hour-long show covering everything that happened on the final day of competition at the First and Michigan High School Robotics State Championships last weekend. Of course, both State Champs and RoboZone will re-air several times throughout the week. Just check the Fox Sports Guide for days and show times. You can also watch all of our shows at statechampsnetwork.com and on our State Champs TV and RoboZone show YouTube pages.
Biggest thing you can do for us, if you like what we do, share our content on social media. Follow and like State Champs, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, do it all, and we'll see you next week. State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. And Sarah Chevrolet, the low payment people.